Welcome in, and we are going to have a quick tour through the code base so you know where to find stuff. So, first things first, we have a .github folder. That is where all the GitHub specific stuff is defined. So we have the issue templates, the pull request templates you should be using to make sure that you follow the guidelines there, the workflows that actually check your code, dependabot configuration, and a funding YAML in case someone wants to send me money. But yeah, then we have a CLI folder which is under construction right now. That is going to be a separate tool that is just going to be run via npx, and that will do things like generate the project for you, do the route generation from different sources and stuff along those lines. It has not been started yet. It is pretty much just a couple empty files, so nothing too special about it. Then we do have the containers, which is all the containers that we supply. So a pure framework controller on Alpine, a build control, build image that is also on Alpine and builds the whole projects and provides them to the other images. Gitea Action and GitLab Runner for your continuous integration needs, and the history microservice and website for displaying your historical run data, which, by the way, is still under construction. So don't be surprised that it's not yet very big. Next up is the documentation website. That is a React project. That is pretty much what you see when you go to our homepage. https idrinth-api-bench. It's a very classic React application. It's not a single-site application, but it's client-side rendered. It does auto-generate a lot of stuff, among others translation files with TypeScript support. Next up are the examples. There's currently 2 different example projects in here from different public APIs. We are still looking for more APIs to add to the examples so people can have an easier time finding examples that match their desired, well, structure, so they have an easier time learning. Then we go to the most important part, which is the framework. This is pretty much where the magic happens. So the bin currently contains also commands that are going to be in the CLI. The fixtures, integration, and test are for testing. Tools are pretty much for building stuff, and source and worker are where the actual magic happens. So pretty much everything in source is actual code that produces outputs that you desire, while worker is just the entry file for web workers that are running in the background, so we can separate them out from the main thread. Everything as usual TypeScript. Then we have a history microservice that is not yet started. It's been decided to start with Fastify, just because it's something new, and we want to try out something new. It's going to be a simple CRUD-like service, so it actually just provides read commands, no deletes, no additions, and no modifications. Related to that, we have the history website, which is a Svelte app. It also is going to have translations. They are not working right now. And that is what I'm currently working on to get the basics done at least. As usual, TypeScript everywhere, so don't be surprised. Last in the folder we have the tools. Tools is something very common across the project. It is always something that has to do with building or simplifying setup for you. And yeah, with that being said, pretty much everything else here is not that important for you. It just configures some tool. What might be of interest is the code of conduct, which means how you are meant to behave yourself. and the contributing MD, which tells you how you can best contribute. And yes, that means you can also contribute things that don't require coding. You can test, you can make suggestions, and yes, I do actually put you on the website if you do something that's noticeable to help. So non-code contributors are there, currently one, but I assume they will grow. That was a quick overview. I hope that helps some of the contributors because that is for whom I have recorded this. And have fun contributing, please.